Another mystery awaits us on this journey through the shadows of war, where truth and illusion blur into legend.
September 1944. A sergeant's frantic message screams across the airwaves, reporting a massive enemy assault that will change everything. But when reinforcements arrive at the coordinates, they find nothing. No battle, no bodies, no evidence that combat ever occurred.
Sergeant Howard Mackenzie sat before his commanding officers, insisting with desperate conviction that he witnessed hundreds of German soldiers advancing through the forest.
He described their formations in precise detail, the sound of their boots on frozen ground, the glint of moonlight on their rifles. Military investigators found the location pristine and undisturbed. The snow revealed no footprints, the trees bore no bullet marks, the earth told no story.
Mackenzie had drawn detailed maps, marked artillery positions, even noted the insignia of specific German divisions that his report claimed were advancing.
The official verdict came swiftly. Combat fatigue, psychological breakdown, a mind shattered by the relentless pressure of war's brutality. Mackenzie was quietly removed from active duty, sent to recover in a facility far from the front lines, his warnings dismissed as delusions.
But here's where our mystery deepens. 30 years later, declassified intelligence files revealed something.
German military records confirmed that Operation Nordwind had indeed planned a massive assault at those exact coordinates for that precise date. The attack was called off at the absolute last moment, mere hours before execution, due to unexpected Allied intelligence gathering in the region.
Mackenzie's descriptions matched the German battle plans with impossible accuracy, down to specific unit placements he couldn't possibly have known.
So what did Mackenzie actually witness that cold September night in the French wilderness? How could he see what never happened?
Some believe Mackenzie experienced a premonition, a glimpse into a future that was destined but never fulfilled, a phantom of probability.
Others suggest something stranger, that Mackenzie somehow perceived an alternate timeline where the battle did. Scientists documented unusual electromagnetic disturbances in that region during the war, anomalies that could theoretically affect human perception in profound ways. The human mind under extreme stress can access perceptions beyond normal awareness, detecting patterns invisible to ordinary consciousness. Switches. Mackenzie's experience wasn't unique. Military archives contain dozens of similar accounts, soldiers reporting battles before. For Mackenzie, the truth of his experience mattered less than the consequence. He spent 3 months recovering, haunted by what he'd seen.
When the truth emerged decades later, Mackenzie was 73 years old, living quietly in Ohio.
In interviews before his death, he never claimed supernatural ability, only that he saw something real that night, something beyond explanation.
Modern researchers continue analyzing Mackenzie's report, searching for clues to this impossible accuracy.
The forest where Mackenzie stood that September night remains unchanged, silent guardian of a secret that...
Could Allied intelligence have intercepted German plans? And somehow Mackenzie ceaselessly absorbed this information?
The German cancellation came from General Blaskowitz himself, who sensed Allied awareness despite having no confirmation of compromised security. Military strategists sometimes speak of operational intuition, an unconscious processing of countless... Mackenzie had been on patrol for 72 consecutive hours, his senses sharpened by exhaustion and adrenaline into something beyond normal perception. Weather records from that night show unusual atmospheric conditions, temperature inversions creating optical effects that could distort perception remarkably. Yet atmospheric conditions don't explain the tactical accuracy, the specific unit identifications, the perfect correlation between vision and canceled reality.
In 1944, military psychiatry had no framework for experiences like Mackenzie's. No vocabulary.
In today's neuroscientists acknowledge documented cases of precognition during crisis states, though mechanisms remain profoundly mysterious, controversial.
Some physicists propose time itself may not flow linearly as we experience it. That
Mackenzie's experience occurred during what military personnel call the hour of ghosts, that peculiar time before dawn when perception shifts strangely.
Mackenzie's diary entries from the weeks preceding show no indication of psychological disturbance, only routine observations and longing for home.
Soldiers who served with Mackenzie described him as level-headed and reliable, the last person they'd expect to fabricate reports or succumb to delusion.
The moment Mackenzie saw the advancing army, he later recalled, felt absolutely real yet somehow dreamlike.
He described hearing their movements with crystal clarity, Sounds that investigation teams never found physical evidence to support despite extensive searching.
Allied intelligence officers who reviewed Mackenzie's report noted disturbing similarities to intercepts they'd dismissed as German disinformation or decoys.
Researchers later discovered 17 other incidents during the war where soldiers reported attacks that were planned but never executed at the last moment.
Military authorities quietly classified these incidents, uncomfortable with reports that defied rational explanation and might undermine troop confidence.
In his final interview before death, Mackenzie stated simply, "I saw what I saw and I reported what I saw. History proved me right."
The location holds no memorial, no marker acknowledging what may or may not have occurred there on that site. Perhaps reality itself is more fluid than we imagine, and certain individuals in certain moments. Military historians remain divided. Was Mackenzie a prophet, a victim of extraordinary coincidence, or a window into something beyond current understanding? Some theories propose that stress and proximity to death create temporary links between minds.
Because the attack was cancelled, hundreds of German soldiers who would have died that night instead survived, their fates altered by mysterious last-minute decisions. The descendants German soldiers numbers thousands today. Entire family lines exist, because Nordwind had never launched as planned.
Mackenzie's gravestone bears no mention of his strange report, only his rank and years of service. A
Pierre Lesters. Modern parapsychology laboratories continue investigating precognition, accumulating data that
Skeptics maintain that Mackenzie's accuracy was extraordinary coincidence, that pattern-seeking minds find meaning in random correlation.
Yet mathematical analysis reveals the probability of chance accuracy at this level approaches 1 in several million.
The forest continues its quiet existence through seasons and decades, indifferent to human questions about what did.
Perhaps the deepest truth is that consciousness remains profoundly mysterious.
Mackenzie's case joins countless others from military history, experiences that defy explanation yet carry the weight of documented verification.
Modern soldiers still report inexplicable experiences, premonitions, and perceptions that save lives through means that remain scientifically unaccounted for.
Military institutions remain reluctant to officially acknowledge such phenomena, preferring explanations that fit within established frameworks of understanding.
Yet the documentation remains. Mackenzie's report and German plans aligned with precision that demands explanation beyond comfortable dismissal.
War creates liminal spaces and normal rules temporarily dissolve. Proximity to death veil between what is and what might be.
70 years after that September night, Mackenzie's experience remains classified as unexplained, filed between impossible and undeniable.
The continent has healed its physical wounds from war. Questions about consciousness and reality are open, raises by Mackenzie.
Those who visit Mackenzie's grave today come seeking connection to a mystery that transcends simple explanations of hallucination or coincidence. Did Mackenzie see a cancelled future? Was it stress, perception, or something stranger that September night?
Every explanation has evidence, yet none satisfies completely.
New researchers examine Mackenzie's case today, modern knowledge, mystery, seeking answers before nexts couldn't find.
The forest keeps its secrets, offering no final answers to those seeking understanding of that impossible night. What Mackenzie encountered transcends real and unreal, where human experience outpaces the understanding. His story suggests reality may be stranger than science acknowledges, that consciousness holds depths we're beginning to explore.
Mackenzie was ordinary, except for one extraordinary moment when unexplainable occurred. Difference is us.
Perhaps the lesson is this: mystery and certainty must coexist. Some questions enrich
These mysteries whisper to those willing to listen. Stories challenging everything we think we understand about reality.
Every war holds secrets like Mackenzie's, moments where the impossible touched the real, waiting to be rediscovered.
If mysteries call to you, if you're drawn to explore where history becomes legend, you belong here. Join World War X, where we venture into history's enigmatic shadows, uncovering stories that demand remembering. Subscribe to continue this journey through time's mysteries. Greatest secrets aren't always officially recorded. stay curious.